Hello, very warm welcome. Lewis Hamilton wins a poor Grand Prix. The most entertainment was the last lap with Norris. Norris heartbreak, has hydraulic issues. Hamilton wins, dominates the race, leads the championship. He's going to smash every F1 record going. Most wins, most poles, he's already got that record. Most championships. He's going to beat Schumacher's record because he's just dominating this sport. That was a sad day today for F1 because it was so poor, the race. Very clean start. Russell and Kubica actually had a great battle. He tried to go around the outside into the fast corner, hits the polystyrene board. Later has to pit for a new front wing. Giovinazzi, Gasly start on the softs. That just didn't work. Giovinazzi has to pit, he's on the wrong strategy. Perez gets a 5-second penalty, gaining an advantage on the first lap. He's behind Albon. He goes round the bollard like he's supposed to, and then he basically comes out ahead of him, and then he wonders why he's got a penalty. Pit stops, laps 17, 18, 19. Kimi, Hulkenberg, Stroll going long, and that benefited them in the end. Russell changes his wing for the going round the outside. His wing must have started getting worse and worse. Stroll finally pits. He went really long. Kimi, Hulk, Stroll all went long. Benefited for Kimi and Hulk. Not so much for Stroll. Norris then starts to get issues. He's comfortably in 7th. Mclaren having their best weekend in ages. And Norris ends up down 10th. Ricciardo passes him. Ricciardo's probably going to get a penalty because he got past Norris. And then all 4 wheels off the track to pass Kimi. And then Grosjean ends what is a shambolic weekend and retires. Race rating, I'll give it 1. It was shocking. Terrible. First 5, Hamilton, Bottas, Leclerc, Max, Vettel. And then a few battles in the midfield, but a very stale, boring race. I don't like the track, too much runoff. And same as last year, 2018, I called the video Hamilton easiest win. Again, another easy win at Paul Ricard. No competition, no racing. Mercedes are just too good. Race star, Sainz and Norris. I feel really sorry for Norris. Fastest lap, Vettel. He had a free pit stop, came in, put fresh tyres on, beat Hamilton's fastest lap. Race 8, France. Hamilton dominates. Mclaren best weekend. Heartbreak for Lando. Grosjean, DNF, don't know what was up with him. He's had a horrible weekend. Retires. So Hamilton wins, championship leader, dominates. He's going to be the world champion, smash every record going. Bottas, P2, was lucky to hold on to P2. Leclerc gained massively on him. 3, Leclerc. Decent weekend for Charles. 4, Max. Solid again. Just batters Gasly, doesn't he? Vettel gets the fastest lap. That's about the only positive for him. Then come McLaren. McLaren best weekend in ages. Carlos Sainz best of the rest. He's P6. Ricciardo's 7th. Although he's probably going to get a penalty for going off track and passing Raikkonen. So he'll get a 5-second penalty, I believe. I don't know because I'm doing this straight after, so penalty will come later. 8th, Kimi. Stayed out long. 9th, Hulkenberg. They did the same strategy. Stayed out long. Benefited them to get into the points. Lando Norris, P10. Heartbreak for the Englishman. Superb. P5 in qualifying. P7 in the race. He gets problems, hydraulic issues, and Ricciardo passes him. Then he went off the track. Ends up 10th. Heartbreak. Gasly 11th, should be dropped by now, has to be said. Wow, that's a shocker by Gasly. He was on the wrong strategy. He goes softs, then he goes mediums. The strategy was mediums, hards. But Gasly, Giovinazzi went soft, mediums. A couple went hard, mediums, so Gasly, he deserves to be dropped for me now. It's not good enough. How many more races do you give him? Because he's getting arseholed by Max. Perez, P12. Hardly saw him on the TV. Stroll, 13th. Went really long like he did in Canada. This time it didn't work, but Great effort again by Stroll. Kvyat 14th, Albon 15th, Giovinazzi. He had to pit twice, his strategy didn't work. Great qualifying, not a good race. Magnussen 17th, Hassan nowhere. And Robert Kubica finally beats Russell. He ends the voodoo. It's 8-0 in qualifying, it's 7-1 in the race to Russell. But it's kind of bittersweet. Yes, Kubica beat him on track, but it's basically because Russell was ahead of Kubica, but Russell had to do an extra pit stop to change his wing. So it's kind of bittersweet, but he did beat him. So Kubica finally gets that one out of the way. And yeah, Russell last had to do 2 pit stops because of tried to go round the outside into seam, the quick flat out. Kubica came across, taking the normal racing line, gave him a bit of a squeeze, hit the polystyrene board, damaged his wing, stayed out with it for ages. It's a poor French Grand Prix. France, is it good enough for the F1 calendar? Bit of a strange race reaction. I'm a bit deflated by that race. I worry for F1 because that wasn't a good race. It was basically the top 5 following each other. Couple of midfield battles. The last lap was probably the most entertaining. Norris, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg and Raikkonen. Thanks for watching. That's qualifying reaction done. Race reaction. Join me for driver ratings. And yeah, heartbreak for Lando Norris. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below. We'll always reply. That was a poor French Grand Prix.